mesh equations. All right, but the question is you need to solve it using Thevenin's theorem. So when you use Thevenin's theorem, you have to follow certain rules or certain procedures. So what are the methods to find out the Thevenin's theorem? Can anyone recollect and say? You need to find out, or what does Thevenin's theorem state? Okay, I'll just summarize and tell you. So the Thevenin's theorem states that any given network can be replaced by a Thevenin equivalent voltage in series with a Thevenin resistance. Okay, when you see from the open circuit terminals or the open circuited load terminals. So here the load resistance is given as 10 ohm resistance. So when you open circuit this 10 ohm resistance and you view the circuit, the entire part of the circuit can be replaced by equivalent Thevenin voltage, okay, and a Thevenin resistance. Now there are some procedures or some steps to calculate the Thevenin voltage and the Thevenin resistance. What is the method for that? Thevenin voltage is defined as the open circuited voltage over here. When you open circuit this resistance, what voltage you have over there? That is your Thevenin equivalent voltage. Okay. And what is your Thevenin equivalent resistance now? Your Thevenin equivalent resistance is when you replace your voltage source, or if you have any current source over here, voltage source is replaced by a short circuit and your current source is replaced by an open circuit. Okay, so when you replace the independent voltage sources in your circuit, and when you see from the terminals over here, when you see from here, what is the equivalent resistance that you get? That will be the value for your Thevenin equivalent resistance. So these are the two methods you have to follow to calculate the voltage as well as Thevenin resistance. After that, you can replace the circuit with a voltage source and a resistance and connect your load resistance so that you can easily find out the current flowing through your load resistor. So now we shall see in detail about the problem. Is there any doubt in the method of Thevenin theorem? Or can we proceed towards the solving part? Is the theorem clear to everyone? Okay. Yes. Okay. So we shall see. So these are just the procedure that I have already explained. So first step will be to remove the Thevenin resistance, load resistance, which resistance they have set, that you need to remove. Okay. So after removing the resistance, you need to, two steps are there. Calculate the Thevenin resistance, calculate the Thevenin voltage. So first step, we shall calculate the Thevenin resistance. So in order to calculate the Thevenin resistance, first step will be to short circuit the voltages. You don't have any current source over here. So no open circuit will come, only short circuit the voltage sources. That has been done over here. Next step will be to calculate the equivalent resistance. When you view from this terminals, load terminals, when you view from the load terminals, what is the equivalent resistance over here? Do I have Madhumita over there? Madhumita?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, how can we calculate the equivalent resistance over here?
R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2 if it is parallel.
Parallel connection, very good. So 4 and 8 are in parallel connection. Again, how about 4 and 2 here?
Here also it is parallel.
Parallel connection, very good, very good. So this is also connected in parallel connection. And these two parallel connections are in? Series, yes. So your equivalent resistance can be calculated by first finding out the equivalent parallel resistance in this both conditions and taking the series combination of that two answers. So you have 2.66 and 1.33. Then taking the sum of these two values will give you the equivalent resistance. All right. So That's how you get the RThevenin value. Next step will be to find out the VThevenin over here. Two methods are there. So I believe already we have done the nodal method. We have applied the nodal method in, we have seen that method. So we shall see the alternative method. The alternative method is by using writing KVL equations. Okay, so by using KVL equation, how to find out the voltage over here, VThevenin value over here, we shall see. So for that, you can consider these two as two meshes, okay, and mark the mesh current over here, I1, I2. Now, here if you see, current I2 can be marked in both directions. Either you can mark it as in clockwise direction, or you can mark it as anti-clockwise direction. Now here, since you just have one voltage source in this mesh, so the current should be in anti-clockwise direction. But if you are used to take the direction of current always in clockwise direction, nothing wrong in that. Mark your current in clockwise direction, and you can write the KVL equations. Okay, so first, if you see, let me apply the KVL equation over here for the first mesh. Can anyone tell me how to write the KVL equation over here?
8 minus.
Yes, for the first mesh, 8, yeah, exactly, 8 minus
4I1.
4I1, very good, minus
Minus 8I1 equal
to
to
0. Exactly, very good. So this is the first KVL equation for your loop I1 or mesh current I1. Similarly, you can write the mesh current for the second mesh also. So here when you write, you have taken the current in this direction, correct? So what you can do is, excuse me, what you can do is 4 minus 2I2 minus 4I2 is equal to 0. Now I'll just tell the other way also. In case you have marked your current in clockwise direction, here we have taken anti-clockwise. If you have marked in clockwise direction, how can you write? Can anyone say? It will be
4I2.
see, I2 is in this direction, correct? So wherever current enters, you have to put positive. Wherever current leaves should be marked as negative. Isn't it? Similarly, it will come plus and minus over here. So the current equation will be
minus
Minus
4I2.
4I2.
2, yes,
Minus 4I2.
exactly,
4I2.
is equal to
Minus
0.
2I2.
Yes,
Minus 4.
4 is equal to 0.
4.
Very good, very good. That was a good try by everyone. Okay, so you can write that same equation will come. There won't be any change. You will get the same value. Okay, it just depends upon how you mark your current and how you take the polarity. All right, so we have got the values for I1 as well as I2. Now the problem seems very easy to solve. You just have to write the final KVL equation over here, and the only unknown will be your VThevenin. All right, so tell me now how you can write the, let me see. Okay, here we have the circuit. So how you can write the KVL equation over here for this middle mesh? It will be,
8I1
yes, 8I1.
minus VThevenin
Very good.
minus 4I2 equals 0.
Exactly. You will get your mesh equation as 8I1. So don't you feel a doubt? I1 current is flowing in this direction. Then also we are taking it positive polarity. What is the reason? Because wherever your current enters, you have put positive polarity. This arbitrary direction you have already selected. Okay, so the polarity over here, it will be a rise in potential. So that you have to take it as positive. Okay, so and here, but if you see, it's a drop in potential. So that value will be coming as negative. And here you have marked A at higher potential. So you are taking it as plus minus. And at the end, it is coming negative. So this you have to consider as a drop in potential. That is the reason you have taken it as minus VThevenin. Okay. Now, only unknown in this equation is VThevenin. So directly you can just substitute the values of I1, I2, resolve and find out the value of VThevenin. Now, for an example, I'm telling, in case you get minus value for VThevenin, No need to panic. The only difference over there will be your VThevenin, what you have assumed is in the reverse polarity. Actually, B is at higher potential. So you have to take it as VBA. Okay, that is the only consideration. What you have, that will be the inference of a negative sign coming over here. So now here in the direction that we have assumed is proper, so we have got positive value. Okay, I believe this problem is also clear for everyone. Is it? Can we proceed towards the next one?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Excuse me. Yeah. So yes. Before that, you need to represent the given. The problem question asked was to find out the current flowing through your load resistance. So we have found out the equivalent Thevenin voltage as well as the Thevenin resistance. Now you need to find out the current flowing through the resistance value. For that, what you have to do, you need to write again you have to just apply KVL over here, or just simply write current is equal to voltage divided by resistance. We know voltage value is given. Total resistance over here will be R Thevenin plus RL. So that current flowing through this load resistance is given as voltage divided by resistance. That is V divided by R Thevenin plus RL. So you will get the current value. So the main thing is you should not forget to draw the equivalent circuit. This is very important. You should represent the whole circuit with the help of an equivalent circuit. Okay, that is the, and you have to find out the current flowing through your load resistance. So next we shall